Let's make goulash. We're going to make beef goulash. Let's see. In my house, I grew up eating this. My family's German and Austrian, and we had goulash like Americans had chili mac or something like that. Yeah, I was born here, but I was raised by a bunch of Germans and Austrians. So this was like a regular thing that we had all the time, and it's so good. So you start like you're making stew. I used chuck, and I chopped it into little squares, and you sear the meat in salted meat. I use Lowry seasoning salt, and I sear it in olive oil to start. And then, so this is nice and tender. You have to sear it because it locks in those flavors. And then after, it's like halfway there, then add 2 large onions. This is about 3 pounds of beef, I would say. So 3 large onions. Let's see, cut julienne, but a short julienne. They're gonna kind of disappear into the sauce. They're gonna become part of the sauce. So you let those cook down, just sweat them. All right, so now we have the onions cooking down with the seared beef, and the onions are now caramelizing. And I did this with olive oil, like I said, because you don't want to steam your meat. You want to sear it and get all those little bits. So, okay. And now we want to put the spices in. I put them on a plate to make this easier. So we have 2 tablespoons of good quality paprika. I use the Hungarian, and then about a tablespoon of the sweet paprika, and there's black pepper, and then there's about a tablespoon of thyme, 2 tablespoons of marjoram, a bay leaf, and 3 cloves of garlic minced. So all that goes in there, and you gotta have the bay leaf. The bay leaf just does something, but you gotta have it. Yeah, so this is a Hungarian dish technically, but it's in every German household, everywhere, every like diner, restaurant over there, everybody eats goulash. It's like I said, it's like chili mac or beef stew or something. Well, it is a beef stew. It's a type of one. So you want to sweat this a minute, but do not toast this because paprika will burn, and you don't want to burn it. And then you want to just cover it with liquid. I use chicken stock. I know it's a beef dish, but the chicken stock tastes good, so 1 can of that, and it's about 2.5 pounds of beef for this recipe. And then add beer. Let's put in a whole can. See how far that goes. And the beer really gives it something. Yeah, so that's perfect. I don't know if you can see. It just covers it, but there's still a good amount of liquid. So now we want to bring it up to a boil, and then give it a good mix, and then turn it down to simmer, and simmer it for, I don't know, 2.5 hours. At least 2 hours, but not on high heat because you'll turn the meat to mush. It'll get that mealy quality. So yeah, like I said, turn it up to high, get it to a boil, mix it, and then down low to a simmer. 2.5 hours would be best. Brief flavor. So there's those, and this has cooked down into a velvety sauce. You can barely even see that there were onions in this. It's absolutely beautiful and rich, and it smells like my Oma's house. It smells fantastic. The beef and the beer and the paprika and the garlic and the marjoram. It's just wonderful. It just smells like home for me.